Real Madrid is back with a significant 4-0 victory against Celta Vigo. Vinicius and Arda Guler scored in a match where Los Blancos played with more energy and a better attitude to secure the 3 points. Let's hear from Carlo Ancelotti.
Is attitude the key to winning the match as well as it was key on Wednesday's match? What do you think?
Yes, indeed. It's the attitude, but also the pressure we applied, the ball circulation. We performed better than last Wednesday, but it wasn't very difficult to surpass the game we played that day. It's been a good match. We generated opportunities with set-piece plays to take the lead and then control the game. We're happy because we've achieved the goal of playing better and winning the 3 points, as at this point in the season, matches like these can be traps and you could lose. But we're motivated and focused on the goal as it's an important moment in the season.
How did you see Luka Modric's performance? The Bernabeu gave him a great ovation when he left the field, in a very emotional way. Do you think we could be seeing Luka Modric's last matches?
I think Luka deserved the applause from the audience because he had a great game, handling the ball very well. Luka, along with Camavinga, brought a lot of speed to the game. I really liked his performance. And the ovation from the Bernabeu crowd is well-deserved, but not because these could be his last matches, but rather because they hold him in high regard.
Rodri, a player from Manchester City, has just said that La Liga and the Premier League are too different from each other, and that are at completely different levels, as different as day and night. You have coached in both leagues for years. What do you think?
Yes, it's different indeed. But this doesn't mean we can point out which is better and which is worse. The intensity of the game in the Premier League is higher because there's less passivity. But I can tell you that in tactical aspects, La Liga is much better than the Premier League, just as he says, different like day and night. So if we talk about intensity and pace of the game, then yes, I can tell you that the English league has much more intensity and pace of play, but the Spanish league has more tactical quality.
It seems that this match reflects the current state of the team. It seems that the team had much more trouble playing. They had many difficulties scoring the second goal, many attempts, but without scoring just until near the end of the game.
Yes, the truth is that when you can't score the second goal, you start to feel a bit worried. But when the second goal came, it was like uncorking the bottle. We felt more relaxed and started playing at a very good level. But this is quite normal. And as I said yesterday, at this point in the season, getting points is very important. We've managed to get 3 points, which are very, very important, just like the 3 points from the next match will be important. But that's how things are when you're 10 games away from the end.
After the match, we saw you walking and embracing Vinicius towards the dressing rooms. What were you talking about? Could it have been about the goal or the push with Mingueza?
I just told Vinicius that he is the best, just that he is the best. And it's because, to me, he is. And we see him trying again and again until he scores. So I told him, you are the best. And that's it. But then I talked to Rudiger and told him, you are the best. And then I talked to Nacho and told him, you are the best. I have to give them confidence, you know.
Could we say that Rudiger is the best center back in the world? Not only because of what he has done for the team with so many injuries, but also because of what he gives to his teammates through his personality and way of being.
He is a very serious man and a fantastic professional. He managed times very well to be funny and to be serious. He controls those times very well. To this, we add a great defensive quality. He has a total focus on the field and is always very alert. He is simply a great player.
Finally, the team needed a comfortable and convincing victory like tonight's, but it was also necessary to give Arda Guler a chance, a player whom the fans hold dear. We've seen all the players being affectionate with him, as well as you. Can you tell us what you said to him?
I didn't say much to Arda Guler, and that's because he hasn't played much, only 3 minutes, but even so, I was sure he could do something on the field. The move he made requires a lot of talent. The dribble he made is not easy to do. Plus, he didn't have much time, and he finished it very well with his right foot, knowing that he is left-footed. Arda is a very talented player, and we who see him every day, I can tell you that he has improved a lot lately, working with more intensity and showing his quality. He has a great future here, and nobody here doubts that. So we all know that Arda has a lot of talent.
It's the second consecutive game where we've seen Vinicius pushing an opponent and receiving a yellow card in the League and Champions League. Don't you think we should tell him that he is an example for children and that he shouldn't do these things, even if he's very excited on the field?
Naturally, I'm not going to tell you what we talked about among ourselves. No, that's something personal. However, this is an issue we have talked about and will continue to do so. This is not only a problem of Vinicius. Lately, referees have given us many cards. Sometimes some are fair and others are not. For today's game, Bellingham couldn't play because of a card. This affects us, and we have to improve.
The team had 2 consecutive draws, with one of them securing a place in the Champions League quarter-finals. This is the worst streak of results of the season. How do you manage to not have a crisis of results in Real Madrid? What is the team's key for this to be happening?
You have to think that here at Real Madrid, a draw is really the prelude to a crisis.
We've seen Rodrigo trying to score but failing. Maybe he thinks too much about the problem. What do you think he lacks?
No, it's just that he needs a little more accuracy in finishing plays. His presence on the field has been very important in the first half, playing on the right wing alongside Valverde. He did well, and he just needed to score a goal. But both offensively and defensively, he played well.
After defending Vinicius in yesterday's pre-match press conference, what did you think after seeing Vinicius push the rival player on the field?
No, the only thing I thought is that they didn't rip Vinny's shirt. Vinny was subjected to a very ugly play. That way of pulling him. But the referee's decision was correct to show a yellow card to the opponent for the pull and to Vinny for pushing. If Vinicius stops doing these things, then we'll receive fewer cards.
In the last match, you substituted Camavinga, and today he's a starter making an outstanding performance. How do you see Camavinga's performance with the team, and what did you tell him after substituting him last Wednesday?
Today, Camavinga's performance was very good, and I think it's because today he played in the position he likes the most as a defensive midfielder on the field. Today we played with a double defensive pivot, and Modric helped him a lot. Camavinga struggled a bit against Leipzig because he played in another position, and it was a bit more difficult for him. Today he felt much more comfortable on the field. I know this position is the one he prefers, but out of necessity for the team, he also has to play in other positions.
Has Brahim told you which national team he's going to play for? Don't you think that Spain would make a mistake by not include him for the national team?
No, I don't know. I think the Spanish national team has many very good players, so it's not so easy to make a call-up. Honestly, I don't know what Brahim is going to decide about that.